Hey, good morning, everybody. It is Jamie, and it's time for Art in the AM. I was busy getting all my stuff ready here. So, you may have gotten a text message from me a couple of minutes ago because I had to get everything together. Actually, right as I was getting live, coming live, my dog came into my room, so I had to kind of make sure that he was out in case there's like a UPS truck or Amazon or something and he starts barking. So I didn't want him here in the room. So I apologize if you just got a text and I wasn't on yet. So I decided to use StreamYard today because I wanted to make this available on YouTube. Hey there, Loretta. Um, and it's easier for me to go ahead and do one video and then just stream it over to YouTube, which StreamYard allows me to do that. So that is why I'm on StreamYard this morning. And I was trying to kind of get it set up, and I'll go ahead and pull in my other camera here. But well, I'll go ahead. I'm still trying to figure out like all the controls and like where everything is. Hey, Shalene, I can see your name here. So this is how it shows up on my side. So you must have given permission to StreamYard for me to be able to see you. So you don't have to put your name. I'm able to see you, and I'm able to see Loretta's name. And I changed the little lines down at the bottom so it doesn't like cover up everything either. So yeah, come on and say hi and let me know where you're watching from. I know Shalene is here in Ohio, so she's pretty close to me. I see Christina, she's in Texas. And Loretta, tell me I'm thinking south, but I don't remember where you're watching from. So when you come on, let me know. And I believe that if there is anybody, if you don't subscribe already to my YouTube channel, if you watch over there, then I would see your comments too. Oh, Chattanooga. I was thinking, oh wait, Chattanooga for Loretta there. Oh, Connie, she says she's working from home. She's over in South Dakota. So you are an hour different than us, right? So it's like 9:30 in the morning. So, oh, and I see Valerie. Valerie, where are you watching in from? I don't remember. Like I can keep track of where everybody lives. I have a pretty good memory about some things, but not everything. So let me see if I can bring this other camera in here. And I'm going to be doing a floral pumpkin today because in my list of prompts that we are doing, today is the 18th, and I'm just kind of going in order, and it's a floral pumpkin. And I have some ideas of how I want to do that, but of course not exactly. I did find this paper. I think this is the paper that I'm going to use with these little pink flowers. Kind of blurry there, but you'll be able. But I have a choice, so you can help me choose. Hey, oh, Valerie, North Carolina. Oh, on the coast. Ooh, I'm trying to think. Is Myrtle Beach? It's in South Carolina, right? I don't know that I've been to North Carolina except like to go through. Isn't the Biltmore? Is that in North Carolina? I think that I've been there. Carrie says she's in North Carolina and it's chilly. Carrie, it's chilly here too. I was so cold last night. I had a hard time falling asleep. I think it was like in the 40s this morning here in Ohio. So Loretta likes the pink paper. I'm excited to see what it's going to look like in a pumpkin. I don't know. So we'll see. So let me see if I can bring this other camera in here. And I have not figured out how to get it not to be right in front of my face. So, oh, and it's kind of showing the little, this is part of the reason that oh, here I know what to do. There we go. So it's like right in front of my face here. Wilmington, like, and it's chilly. So I don't even know where that is in there. Oh, Carrie says Asheville is in North Carolina. That's what I thought, but I couldn't remember. So, okay. So let me show you what I am going to do today. So I have two pieces of paper. So you tell me. I have this pink paper with the little flowers on there that I thought about doing a pumpkin. But I also really kind of liked this paper. And even though it's not a flower, I thought because it has these round and it has kind of these like decorative little centers, it kind of looked floral. So, Valerie, is that right? In the Cincinnati area? Where is that? Let me see if I can change this here. You guys don't need to see my face. It looks weird with like this in front of it. So I'm just gonna make it this way. Oh, and that makes it like a really small little +2. I'm not sure what that referred to. So Valerie, you'll have to let me know where in Cincinnati. Yeah, that doesn't give you like a very big screen. I'm still trying to figure out like number 2. So Shailene likes this number 2 paper. No, that's fine. I understood like once I looked at it, like here's 1 and here's 2. So I got that. So if you are watching, can you tell me like right now on my side, it looks like this is a smaller screen, like there's black on either side. And I was trying to get it to be like a full screen because I don't know. Let me see if I can turn it and you can tell me. Oh, Liberty Township. My son works in Liberty Township at the Cooper's Hawk. Okay, I'm going to try to turn this, but I don't think that's going to help either. I think that it's going to make it, yeah, I don't know. We're still trying to learn the technology. Let me try it this way. Sometimes if I change the angle, then it changes to a bigger screen. Yeah, Carrie says she's got black on both sides. Oh, Caroline, you're on StreamYard. Or are you on YouTube right now? Yeah, I don't know why it does. Let me try. No, that doesn't do it either. Let me see this way. No. Oh, it still shows like I don't know. Oh, Susan says it's on the black side. Valerie says she likes seeing my face. Oh my goodness. Okay, well here, let me try this way. I appreciate you guys like, oh, I could do it that way. Does that make it a little bit bigger? I still have this stand like right in front of my face. I'm not sure how to position it so that we don't see that. Maybe that's at least like a little bit better. I have it off to the side like that. Okay. I know. I see somebody from my team telling me when it's just me, I don't have the black. It has something to do with when I put my phone in the holder here, that it flips it. So I don't know. We'll do it this way because I feel like at least you can kind of see like the full screen this way. So we'll kind of do it like that. Okay. All the setup. See, now we're already like 15 minutes almost into the video and I'm just now getting everything set up. So anyway, here's what I'm going to do. I have 2 pieces of paper. Shailene and probably a couple of other people said that they liked paper number 2. I kind of like paper number 1. So Holly, I will try that real quick, but look, I felt like it made it upside down. See, it doesn't flip the angle of the, so I appreciate you trying to help, but I don't know. Still trying to learn. We'll do it this way, and I think that you can see a pretty good view up close a little bit more, maybe. So we'll see. But I'm going to do 2 pumpkins, and I'm going to do this paper, and I'm going to do this paper. So we're just going to do 2 of them. So I have a question for you. Thanks, Valerie. We'll figure it out. I have a question for you. Yesterday, and I'm going to go ahead and I'll get on my journal here. Yesterday I was at church and they said something during the message that was very challenging. So they were talking about watching football. So tell me if you watch football. Tell me like if you're like a big football fan. Like football's on tonight, right? Football's on Sunday, football's on Thursday. Like that's about all that I know about football. I watched the Bengals. That's kind of, I don't know. I'll tell you something funny about football here a little bit later. Carrie says combine both papers. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm going to do. So tell me if you are a big football fan and see if this kind of resonates with you. Here, let me show you too what my inspiration for today is. So I'm doing a floral pumpkin. I was trying to kind of decide like how I wanted to do it. And my husband got this card. And every time I walk by the card, I notice it. Pay attention to the things that you notice because probably they're the things that catch your eye, that you're attracted to, that are things that you like, and that tells you something about like your style. So okay, so somebody from my team here says I like watching it. Sometimes I nap to it. Oh, Caroline says only college football. And oh, NASCAR. Oh, now that's interesting. I think Carrie's told me that before. So this is the card that I'm going to use just so that you see that kind of like for reference, and I'll like put it over here. That's kind of what the idea that I'm going to use. And I'm going to start with the background, but I'm going to use more pink colors because the pink kind of stands out in these two here. And I'm going to start with a background of pink, and I'm going to use my gel stick. And I might use, two of these mermaid markers. I have the lobster color, and I have the starfish color, which I really like. So we'll see here. So I'm going to start with the background. So, oh, Christina loves NASCAR too. So here's what they were talking about at church, and this is how I'm going to relate it to creating art. Tell me if you saw the post that I put on my page earlier today about how art makes everything better, even Mondays. So I've had lots of people see that already and agree with it. And people that are already like doing art on Monday. I grabbed a couple of baby wipes, and I'm going to use those to spread the pink around. The background, I usually try to make a lighter color and something that's like less busy. Oh, that's fun, Christina, your son. It always catches the second thing. So it went to the races. That's fun. Susan, I'm with you. I watch it too, but I don't really have like an idea. So here's the thing though. Whether you're a football fan, a baseball fan, a NASCAR fan, they were talking about at church, people who watch and people who say we lost the game, like, and we won the game, and they identify with that team. Like those are like diehard fans, right? I'm going to take this pink and I'm just going to add some color in the back, because in this card here there's a blue in the back, but I'm just doing pink. You'll see what how I build this up. But look, I'm just getting some color on the page. If you were afraid of a white page, this is like a perfect way to get started. Hey there, Lynette. Yes, it is a sunny morning, but it is chilly for sure. Okay, so they were talking about a football game, and talking about like and you think that you get so involved in the game, like it's you or like playing the game. Look, I just put that color down in there so that I could add some pink in the background. And the gel stick works pretty well. I like it because I can use the baby wipe and it's not super wet. And depending on how much you spread it around, you can get more color, and how wet your baby wipe is too. And then I'll do this top part up here too. So here's what they were saying about football. And it could apply to anything that you watch. Oh, that's fun, Caroline. She says that she uses this method to fill her page. That's awesome, because that is what I always try to do here, is just to give you ideas to like spark your own creativity, to do your own thing. I never really want you to copy what it is that I'm doing, just to get ideas and use them your own way. So that is awesome, Caroline. I had to switch to a different baby wipe because I found that if I really want to spread the, oh, see, there's my dog barking. If I really want to spread the color around, I do have to have a pretty moist baby wipe. And I kind of like how I can still see some of the color, or the, like the swirls in the back here, but not too much. Okay, back to the football here. So at church yesterday, they were talking about, you might say we if you're talking about football, but do you know that somebody on my team says that's Dudley. That's my dog's name is Dudley. He's a pretty good dog. He's actually a pretty chill dog. I don't know if that's Molly that was saying that. She's met Dudley before. So if you say something like you lost the game, that doesn't really mean that you're a football player, right? Like, you're really not part of the team any more than, so you watching football does not make you a football player, right? And this is what challenged me when they said it. No more than you going to church and watching the service makes you a Christian. It's like, whoa. They were talking about doing. You have to take action on the things that you hear in church. In order to be the football player, you would have to, Molly says she loves that dog. Oh, he's a pretty, yeah, he was like on Molly's lap all the time. So sitting in a church service doesn't make you a Christian. That is, yeah, exactly. So here's what I kind of took away from that, and how I thought that I'm going to put some of this starfish color, and I'm not going to put it right on my page here. And I'm looking for something that I can be able to use. We're just going to go with like what I have here. I've got like this piece of plastic here. You'll see what I'm doing. Sometimes I don't come prepared because I don't know exactly what it is that I'm going to do. I think this will work. I'm going to take some of this lobster color and this starfish. So it's like a pink and a red, because I want a little bit of contrast. And I'm going to squeeze some of this in. I'm going to use this like as my palette. I'm going to put a little bit of this red in here too. So here's what I kind of took away from what they were saying yesterday. Oh, where's my, I did not come prepared over here to do what it is I'm doing. Like I feel like I'm reaching across the table. Okay. I just added like a little bit of water to that. This actually works pretty well as a little palette. Okay. I just wanted like some other color on here. And I kind of wanted to cover up a little bit of this green that's coming through from the other side of the paper. So I'm just kind of putting this in a couple of places. You'll see how it all comes together. This is just the background. I made a page the other day and I said it went through this ugly stage. If you've done some art journaling, you understand. You know why sometimes it seems like if you watch me before, it seems like I'm kind of like all over the place? Because sometimes it's hard for me to talk while I'm creating because it's a left and a right brain activity. So it's kind of hard. Hey there, Mel. Oh, Molly said that she watched this Bible journaling conference and they said the same thing. You can sit in church and do good things. That is cool that we heard the same thing. That's very cool. Well, this is how I thought about it in relation to creating. You can watch my videos, and I love that you show up and you follow my page and you engage with my videos and things. I love that because that's my way of connecting with the people who follow my page. But it doesn't make you an artist. There you go. I said that. Unless you create, unless you actually act on what it is that I'm showing to you, you're never going to improve your creativity if you don't do things that are creative, right? I know that I like to, okay, I've got some pink going on there, a lot of pink, and I'm going to let that dry a little bit. But you're never going to be more creative if you don't do things that are creative. There was a long period of time where I very rarely did anything creative. My full-time job was not creative very much. And I just, on the weekends, every once in a while, in the evening, I would kind of do some creative things like every once in a while, like once a month. Like it wasn't very often. And I am a creative person. And so what happens is you start to, I'm gonna take my baby wipe. I'm just kind of like looking, and I'm gonna see if I can tone down some of this pink because I want it like a little bit more. Yeah, that's not really. I'm gonna grab some white paint. Except I can't get to it. Here, I got to it. So, oh, Mel created some pages today and she loved catching up too. Mel, how did that make you feel when you were creating? I'm curious, like what does creating art do for you? Okay, I'm using some of this Anita's from Hobby Lobby. I think that's where I got this. And see, I just like never know what it is that I want to do exactly. But what I'm trying to do is create a background to then be able to do some other stuff on. So Shalene says, mic drop. Yeah. Caroline, I agree. Like this, it's not necessarily ugly. It's just kind of like you have to like get past to get to that point. Like I kind of have an idea, like I want this background, but I want some interest in it too. So I have to kind of put that part and then, kind of get to. So I'm going to put some white paint on an old credit card. And I'm just going to kind of drag that over this a little bit. Oh, probably need more than that. Oh, do you guys see what Mel's saying right here? It made me feel good and it stopped me thinking and overthinking. You know why? Because when you're creating, you have to stop and you have to kind of focus on what it is that you're doing, right? So it does force you to be present. And a lot of times we're not present very much. Like we're thinking about the past. We're thinking about the future. We're worrying. We're anxious. So, oh, see, this works to tone this down a little bit. So I can still kind of see the patterns in the back here, but it just like softens that a little bit. And that's what I wanted. So that's my challenge to you today. If you want to improve being creative, you've got to do things that are creative. You've got to take action and do them. And, I think one of the reasons that my subscribers to the Start Journal Club feel like they're improving in their creativity is because they're doing. They're taking action, a lot of them on a daily basis. Like I'm doing a page just about every single day. And it has improved me being creative. It has, I've like learned new things, learned new ways of how things, react together, and how different materials, like I've gotten to experiment with a lot of new materials. And actually, just last night, I ordered the things for the November box, and I'm super excited. Do you know why? Because I ordered things that I wanted to try, and they're going in the November box. So, hey, Stephanie. Oh, good. Oh, Molly, I get it. Just color some pink on a piece of paper. You saw how I got started. And now I'm kind of doing this, and see how that toned it down. And now I can kind of build on that. So just color on a page, and that's how you can get started. So Carrie says she was up early this morning creating the posters. That is so fun, Carrie. I want to see those. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and put the white up here. And I think this will be a great background for my layers that I'm going to do for these floral pumpkins. So anyway, that would be my challenge to you. If you want to be more creative, you've got to you just got to, and it's not about whether it creates this beautiful picture, painting, whatever kind of art. It's about that you started doing something. Look, I got paint on this other page. Oh. Now I really am making a mess. Here we go. Good thing I already took a picture of that page. So we got rid of it on there. I probably should have something. Oh, that kind of smeared that. See? I just learned something new. Like you have to wait for things to dry. Normally I have a piece of plastic, and I will put it behind the paper that I'm working on. I didn't bring that over either. So let me see if I can find something that I can use just while I'm using this paint here. So then that way I'm not getting it on the other papers underneath there. So, oh, my team just posted the link if you want to find out more about the Start Journal Club. And, I'll tell you, it is open to whether you want to get the box or you just want to subscribe to the group, which gives you access to like all the videos and things from the past. And it has been open for 18 months now. So there are a lot of videos like this technique that I'm kind of showing you here, things that are exclusive that I show to that Start Journal Club first before I share them out here on my page. Some of them I never share out on my page. They're exclusive inside that Start Journal Club. And you can get the box. But I will say that the difference between being here on my business page or even being in the Art Journaling 101 group is, can I just be honest? It's that you're paying for it. It's that you've invested in either subscribing to the box or you've invested in subscribing to the group and having access to all of that. And it holds you a little bit more accountable to actually doing what you've paid for and having access to, to those things. Okay. Do you see how that really toned down the pink? Now that's going to let me have a background similar to how this has the background of that blue in there. And I'll be able to layer on top of it. And in here is going to be my pumpkins too. So, oh, listen to this. Carrie says sometimes her back's hurting, but when she's creating, you don't think about it. And then it just relaxes you. That is awesome. Oh, hey there, Sharon. Sharon's one of my new subscribers. She's got a doctor's appointment. Yeah, you can definitely watch the replay. You can come back to my page, or you can go out to YouTube and subscribe to my YouTube and see it out there since I'm streaming it over to there. So I'm going to let this dry just a little bit, and I'm going to actually use my little heat tool, which is also pink. So if you want to turn down the volume, it's not super loud, but if you want to turn it down while I'm just kind of drying this a little bit. Okay. This paper is not super thick. I'm going to move this out of the way. So this bottom one is buckling just a little bit. Once it dries, I can like flatten it out. It's thick enough that it's not going to stay buckled. Trying to find some place to go with this. Okay. I have these two papers here. So now it's dry. I'm going to go ahead and keep that paper back here so it's still kind of protecting that. So the next layer that I see on here is some of these like background layers that are still pretty close. Like this one right here is a pretty close value to this background here. So I'm going to take... I have this little piece of paper where my mom actually punched these out, and I'm going to use this, and I'm going to use my gel stick again, because now the background has the pink, but it has the white paint over top of it. So now if I use the gel stick, it's going to be just a little darker value, and I'm going to use my baby wipe too. So I'm just going to put like a couple of these. This is paper, but I'm using it as a stencil. And I'm going to use my baby wipe, which will tone down the pink a little bit. And look, now I have kind of like a little viney kind of shape in there. I'm going to turn it over and do it on this side too. There are a lot of different ways that you can use these gel sticks. And these are King Art gel sticks, which you can find inside my Amazon shop. Oh, I like that one even better. And I'm going to do one up here. See if I can kind of cover up this dark shape in here. And this was one of the things that I did put inside the Start Journal box a couple of months ago, and everybody's loved them. Tell me if you've used any kind of a gel stick before. There's just like so many different things that you can do with them. Mel says that she loves the gel sticks. So Caroline, that is awesome. So were you up at 3 a.m. this morning, like creating? I do like creating like late at night when it's all quiet like that too. So I'm just kind of putting like a couple of these little vines in here. because this card is my inspiration where I am, kind of using that idea. And look, these little vines are kind of similar. Okay, so that's just adding like another layer of interest in here. And I'll show you kind of like up close. It's just kind of subtle. They're just like a little bit darker than the pink that's already on there. Caroline says she was up at 3 a.m. this morning creating. Yeah, it is very quiet then. So that's awesome. It sounds like, I know most of you that are on here watching are creative. You like to create. And that's my challenge for you. If you want to be more creative, you have to do things that challenge yourself to be more creative. And you just have to like try things. They might not work out, but you know what? That's how you learn things. That's how you learn like what doesn't work out. While this is drying a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and do my pumpkins here. So I'm going to take this tracer of this pumpkin, and I'm going to use this, and I think I might even use this little pumpkin over here too. And I'm going to cut it out. This is one of the tracers that I make available inside the Start Journal Club. And whether you get the box and subscribe to the box or just the digital version of the group where you get access to all of the things in the group, the tracers I make available inside the group too. So I can go ahead and cut this and I can use it to either glue onto my page or I can trace it. But then I can print out ones from the club and be able to use them again too. So whether you subscribe to the box and you have one of these in your box, or you subscribe to the digital version and just have access to be able to print it out, you can print this out as many times as you want. I really love this one with the little vines. And I could just use carbon paper to be able to trace it too. So there are a lot of different options to be able to, use things in there like more than one time. And I'm always about trying to just think of ways to be creative. And being creative is just using things in new ways. So, I call this a tracer page, but by cutting it out, you're not really tracing. You could, I could just collage these on, to my paper if I wanted to. I'm actually going to cut them out of this paper, but there are a lot of different options of how you could use them. Here's what I like to do is I will trace them on the back so then I kind of can't see where the designs and things are, and then it's kind of like a surprise. So, and I don't have to worry about the line that I trace. I do want to make sure there's a little bit of the white edge, and I want to make sure that I don't get that. So I'm just going to trace this one here. And I'm just tracing like with a colored pencil. It doesn't have to be like a regular pencil, like a number 2 pencil. And I think I might want 2 of these bigger ones. I always like to do things in 3s. Oh, I might actually want even a bigger pumpkin. So I'm just going to cut out a couple of these. I think I might cut out one of these little small ones out of the same paper. And so that way I'll have a couple of them, and then I can decide like which ones I want to use. I have this bigger pumpkin here, I think, that I'm going to trace on this paper here. I like to do things in 3s. Whenever you're decorating, whenever you are painting, creating art, think about doing things in an odd number. you know, even if you're making like a wreath, you know, think about putting a grouping of 3 things together, and that just looks more interesting. Something about the odd number is, I don't know, kind of just more pleasing. I think the reason for that is because it is, you know, an even number is very ordered and predictable. And by having an odd number, it makes it a little bit more unpredictable and just creates more interest. So I think that that's part of the reason why doing things in an odd number is more interesting. So I'm just cutting out, and I'll flip this over and then show you what it looks like on the other side here. Ooh, so there's that one with the flowers on there. So I like that. Most of these pieces of paper that I'm cutting out around are pretty small. But I saw one of my, I think it was one of my subscribers. Who was, Carrie, was that you that did a pumpkin where it was like this patchwork of all of these scraps of pieces of paper? It was really cool. Over the weekend, I saw a lot of, here's the, oh, there's the little tiny one. Look, with the little bunch of flowers like right down at the bottom. I saw a lot of my subscribers and people in my Art Journaling 101 group try some of the techniques that I had been showing with the positive, negative pumpkins that we did inside Art Journaling 101 on Saturday. And there were such cool ideas of what people had done with that idea that I showed to them. And they didn't even use pumpkins. They used like other things besides the pumpkin. So it was so cool to see like how people take an idea that I might show them and then are even more creative with it. Oh, look at that one too. I really like that. Okay, so I've got these. I haven't decided exactly which ones I'm going to use of those. But I think I want one of these bigger ones here too. Let's see. Oh, Carrie says she bought watercolor crayons. Ooh, that's fun. Oh, there you go, Carrie. That's what I was just explaining. So I was right. You know, sometimes I don't know that I realized this when I was like much younger, but I guess I did know when I was younger that I kind of knew things intuitively that other people didn't know. I didn't realize that, but I did not start taking art classes until I was in college and I switched my major. Did anybody else do that? They started off with one major and then they switched, got a degree in a different major. That was me. You may not know this because I don't know that I've talked about it in quite a long time, but I started out, I didn't take any art in high school, any art classes at all. And I started out in college because I thought I was going to be an accounting major. I thought I was going to be an accountant. Well, look, now this piece of paper, I might save some of this because some of these pieces are bigger. I might save some of that. Look how fun that pumpkin is. That is super fun. So I think I'm going to use, oh, if I use it this way now, I think I need this little pumpkin in the other paper. You're going to see how this all comes together. It really doesn't take as long when you do it as it does like when I'm sitting here talking, trying to do it too. Something kind of different just popped up on the screen here. Molly says she's had several majors. I don't know if that is, oh, it says that my connection is bad. So hopefully you haven't had the connection going in and out. Lost track of what I was doing here. I'm going to trace this little pumpkin on this paper because I need a small pumpkin in the front there in a different pattern. I could do it in a solid color if I wanted to. I'm going to use this one. And then I'll use one of these. It looks like my screen. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I see that too. I saw where it got blurry and it kind of like stopped for a second. So it's saying that, and it's moving kind of slow. So I'm not sure what that's about. You can tell me if it's because it's like delayed. And it's kind of weird that my face isn't, but like where my artwork here is. I don't know what that's about. I wonder if it has something to do with the StreamYard. Tell me if the sound is muffled too. Yeah, it's moving like really slow on. Let me see if I can just do the screen and see if it makes it any better. Yeah, I see that too, Carrie. It's like I'm in slow motion. I wondered if just having this one screen, if maybe it was better. Let me see if I can. I've never had that happen before, especially with StreamYard, and it looks like my it's going like really, yeah, I see it like lagging too, Molly. I thought maybe it would make it better if I just had the one screen, but it doesn't look like it's making any difference there. Okay, I'm gonna have to finish without doing the video. Oh, there's my little tiny pumpkin. I'll wait till it like shows it to you. It's really, really slow. But there's that little one I like. I like how that one looks. So I'm going to put these pumpkins kind of in the front here, and I'm going to do kind of like layering in there. Caroline, that might be true. Today's not even a holiday or anything. I don't know why it would be like more people. Oh, Molly even says my voice is, yeah, because it looks like on my side that the video of me is streaming okay, but not the artwork one. So I think that I will just go ahead and finish the page, and I will post a picture of this as the inspiration and what my page looks like afterwards. But my challenge for you today is if you want to be more creative, you have to do things to challenge yourself to be more creative, right? Like you can't be the football player if you aren't doing, if you aren't playing football, if you aren't out there. So Valerie says that the artwork's fine, but then I'm blurry. You're funny, Susan. That's very sweet. I think that it must be on my end just with the internet or something. So I'm going to go ahead and I will finish this. I will post a picture, and I will I'll probably send out an email with it too, because I have had some people say that they like getting the email afterwards too. So I appreciate all of you popping on and kind of letting me know that it is moving kind of slow. Yeah, it still seems like it's like lagging a little bit. So anyway, I appreciate you guys all popping on. And if you want to find out more about the Start Journal Club and subscribing, there is a link. You can make a comment in here, and you can find out more over on the Art Journaling 101 too, because we're doing, the prompts and everything over there too. So, hey there, Linda. Oh, you're welcome, Mel. So, very good. I hope you guys all have a good Monday, and hopefully, if you're watching the other videos today, they aren't lagging. So, very good. And my team just posted the link there, which is just the link to the email. So if you're getting my emails, you probably already got that, but it's an easy way for you to just go and find the links to either do the digital or the box and subscribe to either one of those that way. So you're welcome, Caroline. Very good. Thanks for hopping on, everybody. Bye.